name is Denise Dennis Worlu, and this is still 92.3 Nigeria Info FM. So let's begin the conversation for this hour. Custodial death. Some are familiar with that term. For those who are not, it simply refers to the death of a person while in police, judicial, or military custody. The thing is that this can occur before trial, during interrogation, or after conviction. Now, the causes may include natural causes like sickness, illness, as well as unnatural causes such as torture, negligence, or excessive force. This situation highlights serious concerns regarding the treatment of individuals in custody and the responsibilities of law enforcement. Now, this is where the story I'm about to share comes in. It's not the first time you will hear such stories, but the fact that it still happens in 2026 is a cause for concern. It started in Bielsa, but it ended here in Port Harcourt. A certain guy, a 24-year-old Patrick Peresuodei, his brother, Destiny, says they were arrested together. He also says they were tortured together. And then he says Patrick died because he was denied a doctor and given a cell instead. The police say Patrick was already bruised when he arrived, but here, on hard facts, let's ask. A man enters a station on his feet and leaves, only to die a few days after. Who is lying? And why is the price of a life in this part so cheap? So let's look at some of the breakdown of the story. I'll just give you an overview so you have an idea of everything that transpired. Controversy, confusion, and outrage have continued to trail the death of a 24-year-old man identified as Patrick Peresuodei, who allegedly died 6 days after his release from a detention facility operated by the Bielsa State Police Command. While the police have denied torturing the deceased in their facility, claiming that he was already brought to their facility with bruises, the younger brother, who was arrested alongside his deceased brother, has accused security operatives of torturing Patrick while in custody. Allegations the police have denied. Patrick's brother, Destiny, alleged that they were assaulted and abused by one Bodmas Kemepade alongside personnel of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps before both brothers were handed over to the police, saying that his late brother became critically ill following alleged torture by some police officers. All of this, he said in a 20-minute video obtained during the fact-finding visit to the deceased family by the State Commissioner for Youth Development, disputing police claims that Patrick was already injured before his arrest. He said he told them his name and told them when it happened. It was on January 15, 2026, around 5:45 a.m. when someone knocked at their gate. We later realized it was Bodma's vehicle. My brother went downstairs to open the gate and immediately Bodma started slapping him. He also alleged that 4 NSCDC officers later joined in the assault and that both brothers were forced into a vehicle and driven not to a police station, but to Kemepade's residence. At his house, some boys came out, lifted them, threw them on the floor, tied their hands and legs, and beat them for close to 3 hours. They used planks and machetes. We were bleeding before they finally took us to Operation Puff Adder. According to Destiny also, they were detained without a formal statement or petition and held for several days. He said Patrick appeared healthy when he was briefly separated from him on January 20th, but returned later in critical condition. They just threw my brother to me. He couldn't walk. He couldn't raise his arms or neck. That was when my uncle rushed him to the hospital. Now, the story continues. They were taken to several public hospitals in Bayelsa State and later referred to tertiary facilities in Port Harcourt. But, sadly, Destiny said the family struggled to raise funds for treatment, and Patrick died on January 28 after developing breathing difficulties. And he went further to say, "The police never took my brother to a clinic. Everything we did was on our own." Now, the Bayelsa State Police Command has not publicly responded in detail to the allegations, and in the video reference, however, police official maintained that Patrick had pre-existing injuries before being handed over to them, a claim Destiny described as false. And now civil society groups have called for an independent investigation into circumstances surrounding Patrick's arrest, his detention, and his death. I do not want to go into the Bayelsa State Commissioner of Police order for full investigation. Let's take a pause here and look at some details highlighted before us. They were both arrested together. Police and, of course, NSCDC. On January 22nd, and then days later, Patrick died at a tertiary hospital here in Port Harcourt after developing severe breathing difficulties. Destiny, the brother, is alleging that specific individual was present during the assault alongside security personnel. Police commander claiming pre-existing injuries. The family says it is a false cover-up. And now they have spent their last kobo trying to save him in Port Harcourt because the police wouldn't pay for the damage they caused. A familiar story, right? Listening to this story here, I believe that some person at some point have experienced their own fair share of cases centered around police brutality and all. If you've ever made it to any police station, maybe you were accused of something and then you were arrested. Maybe, hand feet don't touch you small. What that simply means that you may have been tortured. The good news for you is that you may have gone in there and you come out alive and you can tell your story. Sadly, some people were not as lucky as you. Let us look at what the police are saying. If the police saw Patrick was already injured, why was he then taken to a station and not to the hospital? The police cell as we have them, is it now a clinic? Question number 2. Why does custodial death keep happening with our security agencies? What is it that they are not doing right? How are they going about the operations? Once upon a time, someone I knew personally lost his life. Similar situation. This person I know, I wish I could get the family to even speak on it, but it's a long time ago and I'm sure they wouldn't want to reopen healed wounds. Seated in the place where you have other individuals, they had gone to watch a match, maybe a Chelsea-Arsenal match, who knows, and police, got to the place, arrested everybody, and then they were taken to the cell and they didn't see their brother for a very long time. They kept asking for their brother. They couldn't see the brother. Long story short, the brother had died in custody and they didn't even feel the need to inform the family. When family eventually got wind of the information, "Oh yeah, release our brother, body give us," it became a problem. Years ago it happened. In 2026, it is still happening. Let's talk. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809-030-6416. Again, WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. Nigerian firm, good afternoon to you and welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Denise Dennis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Obinna is calling from Port Harcourt.
Obina, you're welcome.
I think you remember that time that those guys killed some people, Ikoku boys.
Yeah, the Ikoku the Chima and Ikoku situation. Yeah.
Oh, Ikoku for some. You see this country, eh? There's one happening in Imo State. One Tiger Base police station, Tiger Base in State CID or near government as Imo State. The group they call Tiger Base that been doing organ harvesting until they catch them. You know what the problem have? The Inspector General of Police is not doing well. When they kill innocent people, they will go away. You see police even threatening you, say, I'll kill you, nothing will happen. I think this is the kind of people we will have in the police. Currently now, I thank God the brother is involved, and they say they arrested him from their house and took him somewhere and started beating him with the same police civil defense. Now, who is going to stand for these people now? This case will just go like that. Even in River State, I remember when Nigerian military killed one Izu Joseph, who is playing for one Nigerian football club. Izu Joseph, they went to the streamer and killed him. So this thing is getting out of hand. I think we have to take the laws by ourselves. If they kill them back.
No. You can't say that. They are law enforcement, and they are well within their right to carry out certain operations. Arrest is one of them. And after arrest, of course, interrogation follows. The way they carry out those interrogations is now cause for concern. Because if I remember vividly in 2020, why did we head to the streets calling for an end to police brutality? It was because of situations like this. And then we have called for reforms every now and then. But apparently, the reforms did not include that when someone is already coming to you, or when you're already taking someone into custody and the person is already showing signs that they are not okay, just maybe arresting them and putting them in a police cell may not be the best thing to do at that time. Nigeria Info. Good afternoon.
Hello, Didi.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
It's really sad that whichever radio station you tune into these days, it's just about bad news. I just tune into Nigeria and Nigerians for now to hear this story. It's really sad. Police brutality did not start today in Nigeria, and it's not a new thing to us. We know these things, but we just pretend as if it doesn't exist. Media hides under this alleged to report or to claim to be reporting these things. Why should a so-called law enforcement agency be? You just break into somebody's house, arrest those people, and then take them to wherever you take them to, torture them. When you're done torturing them, you take them to police station. And when the person dies, you come out to release a press statement that this one happened and this one happened. We are being destroyed. Our lives are being destroyed by bandits. Those that are even meant to protect the remaining ones are still killing us. So where do we run to? Who do we run to in this country?
Info FM. I need to start getting used to a lot of things around here, but we're good. If you're just joining us, we're having a conversation centered around custodial debts, and we're taking a story from Bayelsa State concerning a 24-year-old Patrick Peresuodei, his brother Destiny. Says they were both arrested. They say they were tortured together. And he says his brother died because he was denied a doctor and given a cell instead. The police say that this said Patrick was already bruised when he arrived. But here on Hard Facts, a question is, if a man enters a station on his feet and leaves dead, who then is lying? And why is the price of a life here in this part of the world so cheap? The facts as we have them before us is that he died on the 28th of January at a tertiary hospital in Port Harcourt after developing breathing difficulties. His brother is alleging that a specific individual, Bodmas Kemepade, was present during the assault alongside security personnel. These security personnel involved the civil defense, yes, Nigerian Civil Defense Corps. I wonder why they were involved in this situation, because when I look at their role and what they're expected to do, I don't think getting into someone's house, beating the person up, touching them, and handing them over to the police for over a social media dispute is one of them. We also have some other details centered around how they couldn't even get a doctor to take care of the brother in Port Harcourt, and they were referred to tertiary hospitals here in Port Harcourt. They're over there in Bayelsa, I beg your pardon. They were referred to tertiary hospitals here in Port Harcourt. And the police did not pay for damages. The police are rather claiming pre-existing injuries. The family say it is a false cover-up, and the family have spent everything that they own trying to treat the brother, and he still died. So 2 questions. If the police already saw that this said guy was already injured, why was he then taken to a police station and not a hospital? And why does custodial debt keep happening with our security agencies? Again, the phone numbers are 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Nigerian Info, good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon. My name is Jane from Port.
You're welcome.
I'm a victim of the police brutality.
Interesting. Tell us about
it. The amazing thing is I'm a physically challenged person. A few years ago, police came to our area at the he carried a young boy. So he was screaming that he's a visitor. So somebody now shouted, I've been a ghost. So they entered the crowd and everybody ran away. So we're sitting in front of our house, my mom and my siblings. So they came and then they wanted to carry my brother. My mom was like, you can't carry my children. So they started dragging my mom and they left. Later, the one that is the chief among them said, go and pick that woman. So everybody ran into the house and I was left alone because I couldn't run where everybody ran. These people beat the living daylights out of me. Not even thinking that I was like, can't you see that I'm physically challenged? They beat me till I passed out and then they left.
What exactly did they say was your offense?
Nothing. They came to pick a young man. They came in and then they saw this young boy. This boy was shouting that I came to see my brother out. Somebody help me and call my brother out. So they put him inside the booth. Somebody inside the crowd now shouted, now go on and I am like that.
Wow.
So they left the young man and they entered into the crowd to like really cut whoever said that thing. So everybody ran away. So we were sitting in front of our house. So there was no point for us to run. So they now came and they were like, they wanted to pick my brother. My mom said, my children are not the ones that said the thing. That even when it's time to catch criminals, we will not catch criminals. You know, certain people you want to come and catch. So their organa said, go and pick that woman. So as we were coming, everybody ran into the house. And me, because of my leg, I didn't have to sleep.
Yeah.
So they helped me keep leaving the lights out.
I'm so sorry
so
for
when
your
people
experience.
who are supposed to be protectors are now the ones taking like.
Are now the ones taking.
I don't know where we're headed.
I'm so sorry for your experience, and it's not a good experience, I must say. But in your case, you were not taken into custody. In this person's case, he was. And oftentimes when some of these stories come out in the open, this person is pointing accusing fingers at this person, and no one is taking the blame. That's why we are here. And that's why we are having this conversation. Nigerian for good afternoon.
Yeah,
Good evening. Good evening, I beg your pardon. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah. Custodial death will not stop because once police came to arrest you or accuse you falsely on their checking point, right from that time, they begin to see you as a central bank, as an option to make money. That's why they go extra mile for you to say what you don't know. They will beat you in order for you to bring out something you have in your pocket or you have elsewhere as a saving. You know, as a young boy now, you cannot wear a shirt that is fine, maybe up to 15,000 naira. As long as they know that that is the price, you're a suspect of a fraudster. They see iPhone 6 in your hand, which are dated, what is not up to, 150. They begin to look at you as a big man. As they will say you are a kidnapper, and they will do all kind of things for you to bring out money. Why is there that are criminals? If you arrest somebody, accuse somebody, the police want to search you now, be careful, because now they say raise your hand up, they will put any type of drugs in your pocket and accuse you that you are the one owning it. Okay, how can you testify something you don't know about it? And to go extra mile to beat you, at the end of the day, they will collect their money. You see, this thing will not end until we have war against police and citizens, and that day, it will make a man. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. Let's go to your WhatsApp messages now. Hi, Denise. One major cause of custodial death is torture, i.e. Uchibeke from Ekpeye land. Good afternoon, madam. When people say the police are our friends, I laugh because it's not true. There are police brutalities every day, and law-abiding citizens are the victims, whereas criminals are their friends and their informants. 90% of Nigeria police aim criminality for their selfish interests. Best in Port Harcourt. Didi, I say Nigerian police are too fond of killing citizens, and they kill as well. They kill at will, they extort at will, and they will tell you nothing will happen to them, and nothing will happen. It is unfortunate, Didi. Nigerian for good evening. Turn off your radio set, please.
Sorry, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Yes, I've done that. Sorry for me terrorizing your ear.
You are forgiven.
Romanus, they talk.
Romanus, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Yeah. I was born and raised in a police barrack. Nigerian police was not like this. They were not like this. My own question now is, what really went wrong? What happened that we are now at this point? That's something that we are meant to take care of, to secure. The same you that is to secure that thing is the same you that is taking the person's life. I'm not getting it. I'm not just getting it. Huh? I saw Nigerian police as a child. I lived there when I finished writing Wayek and other. Nigerian police, they were very sound. What really happened? That every day, death of Nigerian police doing this and doing that, and the thing is on and happening. Okay, now, this one now, at Bayelsa now, imagine police giving a statement that the guy was brought with bruises, injuries, wound on his body. Then you people still have, as the one kind, bad mind to still keep him in your custody without getting the man that brought him arrested. But what happened to this man that has this so much injury? You keep him in your custody. It was when the guy is almost half.
Okay.
They are calling their people to come and take the guy. All these things, the man not just understand. It was the human being that brought him to that session. That human being that brought him there supposed to be arrested, detained, delayed. Explain what happened to this guy.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your take. Now, there's another angle to this story. I was reluctant to bring it up, but I would go ahead and say it. A certain guy brought in the Nigeria Civil Defense Corps, right? A civil matter, a social media dispute, brought them in to beat these brothers up. And then I had to look at the role of the Civil Defense Corps in Nigeria. The things, what are the things that they have been saddled with? They are basically supposed to tackle civil unrest and maintain public order. And yes, there may be times when sometimes someone does offend you and you are tempted to go and meet the security operatives. Just, you want to shake the person a little bit so that they can do that which you wish them to do, or they can behave. And then you bring them in. And then you see clearly that these people have overdone it. You do not tell them to stop. It did not end at bringing in Civil Defense Corps. After they had done that which they did to the person, you still felt the need to take them to the police station. Now, the police, no questions asked. Seeing someone has been tortured to that level or beaten to that level, felt the need to complete the job. That is what it seems like. And then, as opposed to go to the hospital, maybe we can stay there with you in the hospital so you don't run away, felt that a police cell was what was best. And if we go by the brother's narration, after he had been separated from his brother in a while in the same police station, they just bring his brother and throw him on his body. And then they were released. And then days later, the brother died. And they say, it's not, this one is saying, it's not me. Oh. This one is saying, it's not me. Oh. What is going on? When the person is not a hardened criminal. I can get it when this person is a hardened criminal. I've never been to a cell to see them torture, but from some of the movies we've seen, both foreign and local, when a person is a hardened criminal and is refusing to speak the truth, yes, you will have to torture the person to get the truth out of the person. But even with that, there is a limit. You don't torture until the person dies, because when the person dies, you do not get the truth. So are we practicing law enforcement where we lose empathy, when we lose logic and sense of reasoning, and just want to do as we please or as our emotions require of us? Do we have law enforcement agents who are willing to transfer aggression to criminals, as it were, or detained people, or people in their custody? Is this the right way to go about law enforcement? These and more are the so many questions on my mind. But before I take another call, let me read this message. Good evening, Madam DDW. The simple thing that would have been done will be for the police to just produce the CCTV video of the arrival of the deceased. Is this why the Nigerian police don't want to install CCTV in all their facilities? Again, provisions of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 are very clear and unambiguous that all state high court judges and magistrates in magistrate courts must routinely visit all detention and custodial centers within their jurisdiction and take inventory to determine the status of all human beings inside the detention center. Madam Denise Dennis Worlu, if judges and magistrates regularly visit these places unannounced, I doubt if agents of any of our security agencies will still be risking arresting and prosecution by detaining Nigerians illegally or torturing us in custody. So I blame our state chief judges for these unpunished deaths. Text from Obibo. Nigeria Info, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Denise.
Good evening. Amadi, thank you for joining us.
Okay, see, there's no angle of this way I'm looking at. Now, who brought this guy to the police station? So a civilian brought this guy to the police station.
Yes.
And this guy has been battered already. On a normal day, we know our Nigerian police. Even taking an accident victim to the police station, ordinarily you be detained until you prove that you don't know anything that happens to that person, right? But in this case, if you listen to that, there's another version of the story that I think the sister, I saw it on social media, I think on the sister, who said that he was already, they took him to this other, is it bad monkey house or so. He was victim there first before they now took him to the police station. So when they got there, the sister, they went to ask for his bail so that he could be taken to the station. The money they were asking for was too much, so he has to start running around. I think in the course of that, one of those nights, the brother now said that they came and took him out again to go and beat him and brought him back. So my own is somebody brought this guy to the station. The police should have detained that other young man to just say, what happened to this person? Why was he brought to this way? Was he caught stealing or something? But, for me, this is an arrangee. If you look at the story, they say this other bad mouth guy is a popular guy, he's influential and all that. So, he's an arrangee. These days now, you see somebody, you see a scenario whereby a famous person or an influential person is at fault. But because you have security operations around you and some of these boys, and they don't pounce at the person, even without knowing what this person has done. Even as much as you're talking to the other, or talking to their senior man, they'll end up dismantling the person before they can even ask questions. So for me, I think if the law wants to take this course, they should do due diligence and do proper investigation and know what has happened and bring this man to book. That is my own contribution.
This that you have said now just reiterates the question I had asked earlier. The law enforcement agencies, as we have them, are they supposed to be tools for showing somebody Pepe? You know how we say, I will show you Pepe. I will deal with you.
They are not supposed to be tools, but in the case of he who pays the piper.
He takes the tune.
He's the other now. You understand? He's the other. Okay, just imagine you going to a big man house that is paying you to demand for your money. And you get at the gate there and you lock the gate. The big man say, what are you here? I'm going to collect my money. The next thing you see is pick him up. What's it called? The police officers at the gate, the military men at the gate, whoever at the gate, they will not want to say, none of them will be sensible enough to say, please, they will beat up the person. Because they want to satisfy their master.
All right, I think I get you.
They are not supposed to do that. They are law enforcement agencies. They are supposed to mediate for peace, but they don't do that because they are the one paying them. If you don't beat, Oga will come for your deployment. They come and take the out of my house. So nobody wants to say that. That's why whatever Oga things they do without even knowing what, without even asking proper questions. They just want to do whatever Oga things.
All right, thank you very much. Again, the numbers are 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Even in law enforcement, is there no place for empathy? You clearly see that someone is wounded. You clearly see that someone was brought to your station not looking okay. Anything could have happened at any time. Do you not care that you may have blood on your hands eventually? Do you not care that this person who was brought in that state is most likely innocent? And there is a possibility that someone just wants to teach this person a lesson. Do you turn a blind eye to the fact that as much as you want to uphold justice, there is a right way to do things? Do you not care the perception of the common man when they come in contact with you? Let's take this other call. Nigeria Info, good evening.
Good evening, my sister, Denise.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. It's Walter. I'm calling from Rupoko.
Walter from Rupoko, welcome.
Yes. You see, what you're talking, though I came in and I tuned my radio. I don't know. You see, it depends
on the police officer that want to receive anybody that in that event also. It depends. Because if you take somebody to police station, they will not say, go to hospital, they will get reported this and that. Am I flowing?
Yeah, but what I'm waiting for you to land.
I say I just tuned in my radio.
Oh, so you were not. Oh, now I get it. So you were not abreast with what we are talking about from the beginning.
No.
All right, thank you, Walter. You have to listen, and then maybe you'll get the full grasp of the story. We're using a case study from Bayelsa State, by the way. But I have something before me. Although it may seem old, but what I have before me is data. Custodial deaths in the office of the Chief Medical Examiner, Lagos, Nigeria, an 11-year autopsy study. Deaths in custody actually are a matter of global concern. However, such information is often missing in developing countries. And the study was aimed to examine retrospectively the profile, cause, and manner of deaths among cases of custodial deaths in Lagos, Nigeria. And an 11-year study was carried out from June 2008 to June 2019. Was autopsy. All autopsy cases of custodial deaths in the office of the Chief Medical Examiner. And then they had variables including age, sex, offense, place of death, duration in custody prior to death, and cause and manner of death were extracted from the records. And if you see the results, out of 9,894 autopsies over the study period, 45 custodial deaths were identified. Male and females constituted 84.4% and 15% respectively, age ranging from 20 to 64 years. I could go on and on, but we are pressed for time at this point. What this simply tells us, it didn't start in 2026. It didn't even start in 2008. It's been happening. Our law enforcement agents need to do better. Thank you for being a part of this conversation. My name is Denise Dennis Worlu.